Petco Park in downtown San Diego. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Detroit Tigers and the San Diego Padres. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Pitching in our game today, Darvish. What do we have on him?
It really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Next offering is downstairs. The line of the pitch. Swings through that.
I think he was setting off speed.
Stays alive. The line of the pitch. Way high with that one. Full count now. Out towards left center. Coming on Profar. He's there. He's got it. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right, working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. And when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
One down, base is empty. Fall off foul. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, bro. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
On the ground, and that's just foul. One out, base is empty. Next offering misses down and away. Left-hand batter waits. That's off the mark. 3-2 down.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Only 14 pitches this inning.
The pitch. Out to short. Bogarts handles the chance. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error. Here's Riley Green. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And that's outside. Darvish, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a slider, a four-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Darvish checks on the runner. Carpenter back in on a dive. Check swing, but he went too far. And it count 1-1. swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Wenzel Perez. First offering misses badly for ball one. Carpenter, the runner at first with 2 gone. Close, but called a ball. Now 2-0.
Lots of pitches thrown in this first inning, and it's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And there's the automatic.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And he deals. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. See another payoff pitch. And there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
When you go that deep into a bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
So 2 on with 2 away. Matt Beerlin up now for the Tigers. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Fouled off. He was late. First and second, 2 down. And we're just getting started here at the top of the first. And there's a ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Pitching here today, Eric Skubal. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The lefty fires. Luis Arias leading things off and takes a strike. You'll one. Ball fouled off. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. It wasn't like he was set up quite by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Tatis waits. In the air, left side. Green puts it away, and there's 2 away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
2 down, nobody on. Now 1-1. That one missed. There's a strike. 2 out, space is empty. To the right side, into the outfield, base hit. With 2 outs, runner at first. And now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. And that one fouled off. And the lefty with the 0-1. Swing and a pop-up foul on a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3rd out. We'll move to the 2nd now at Petco Park. No score. Back here in San Diego at the plate, Colton Heath. Darvish back to work.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate. Instead of let the hitter get his arms extended, tie them up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
In the air, left field, down the line. Coming off home farm. He's there. He's got it. And next up for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. First pitch misses. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Second inning here, no score. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Trey Sweeney. Expects the plate. 0-1.
0-1.
Two outs. And there's a foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Ball one there. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Leading off, Jackson Merrill. And a pitch. Just missed.
Count 1-0.
The lefty, the 1-0. And that's in for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The line of the pitch. And another ball. Out towards right center field. Meadows. Long run. Can't get there. And now maybe extra bases. Round second, taken for third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
He was all over that one. Just a beautiful triple from start to finish. Got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling. I think he knew he was going for 3 as soon as it touched down.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the lap. Over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Runner at third, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that's outside. And the count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Well, it gets talked about a lot. A good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rates. They're very difficult to get the barrel on.
Jake Cronin at the plate and takes high there.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. In fact, the Rays used him that way. Swings through it for the pin. Slider got him for strike 3.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty good two-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Donovan Solano. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Here comes a pitch. That's in his zone for a strike. And the count 1-2. Third with two away. That one misses, and it's 3-2. Kyle Higashioka would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. Back to work, 3-2 now. In the air, right field, Paris on his way over. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. So one hit is all they get. We head on down to the top of the third. No score. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting. In today's world of baseball, compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
The 0-1. Swing and attack where it rolls foul. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. And a pitch. Close, but call the ball. And the count's even at 2.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
That one ripped. Merrill reaching back towards the wall. And that one's gone. A towering shot to center. And the Tigers have the lead. It's 1-0.
Anytime you pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. And next to hit for Detroit, Parker Meadows. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The line to kick the pitch. This one popped up. Bogarts hauls it in, and there's one away. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Reached on an infield single his first time. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that's through there for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. That one the other way. gets it to first, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 31, Riley.
2 outs, base is empty. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. His first at bat was a strikeout. Foul ball there. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that one is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball to dirt. Higashioka up with it. To first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Detroit draws first blood on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Kyle Higashioka. As he turns on the rubber, here with that live arm delivers. Wouldn't chase that time. And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. Through there for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Kicks and fires. Gets him to chase after that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Just off the inside corner. And the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. Leadoff hitter gone to the 3rd.
Probably throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of cool when you think the ball's going to get into the cover and somehow just hangs on to the edge and knocks down a pin. They got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres.
0-1.
Home team down a run here in the last half of the 3rd. There's a strike.
This guy is so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to a 1-2 count.
And here comes. Sit down on strikes. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball to knees.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Perez sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Tigers 1 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Petco Park, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Wenzel Perez. The pitch. And a strike in there. Perez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 205 pounds, and he's usually in center, but today starting it right. Here's your 1. Swing and a miss, and he was full.
It's responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to move him in right field. So can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of look a little bit.
And that's a base hit. aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So up next, Matt Vierling. Darvish checks on the runner. Paris back on a dive. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's going to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for another play.
Squirts away a little bit, and the runner stays where he is. Righty delivers. This one lifted in the air, left field. Coming off Profar, he's there. He's got it.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming over instead of staying cool. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here's the second baseman, Colt Heath. Fly to left his first time. That one close, ruled the ball. And that's ball one. Paris leads off first with 1 away. And that one popped to short. Bogarts drifts towards it. Bogarts snags it. And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 outs. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the righty deals. And that just misses.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
And a pitch.
2-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a man into scoring position. Two outs and one in scoring position. Next out for a way off the plate. Trey Sweeney up next for the Tigers. And it's second. So now 2 on and 2 outs. And next up for the Tigers, Trey Sweeney. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. To the plate. On the ground to third. Gets to it with a slide. You throw, and you get the out. Tigers strand a pair, but they're on top 1-0. Ready to go. Here's the switch hitting left fielder, Jurickson.
these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next offering is in for a strike. Started to swing, held up. Bounce to third. Goalfar is out. Here's Machado. He struck out swinging in his first at bat.
You know, Boo, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. Nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
Here comes the 0-1. Fall foul. Base is empty, one away. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. Good job to fight that one off. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Right start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Merrill at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. High maybe, and that's ball 2. And that's in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And another ball.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You got a full count. 3-2.
Two down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th, and here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win. Well, these Tigers do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
That one in the dirt, now 1-2.
Just a hammer, 12-6 curveball right there. That was exactly what he wanted to do. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does, and you can't throw any better than he did right there.
So digging in, Parker Meadows. And first offering is fouled off. of the zone for a called strike. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. The line of the pitch.
Oh.
Misses off the plate. 2-2. The pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically, he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Kerry Carpenter. That takes low for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one ripped, but foul. Next pitch is outside. And a foul ball. Two outs. That's inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's wrong.
Two down, nobody on. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Skubal back to work. Right through there for a strike. And that's in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Kicks and deals. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right here.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Out to short. That takes care of Cronenworth. Donovan Solano, the next up for the Padres. Fly to right, his first time. There's a strike.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offer in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. That one just misses.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. So they've been held scoreless through 5. It's the Tigers 1 and the Padres nothing. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Adrian Morejon.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Well, one-run game. Now the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
The line of the pitch. A little bit high. Ball one. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That clips the corner.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. The hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now it's the right fielder, Wenzel Perez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Trying to move him over here. Whips it to first on the run. On target, he got him. Nice play.
There was a time when that sack ball was just home run, very basic, but it's increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Stepping in, Matt Vierland. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 1, a rookie left-hander appears to be getting going. Estrada, the right-hander, also getting loose. And it's second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he passes for the cover.
Got a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the way. That's a very hittable location. In the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
So 2 down now, and here is Colt Heath. First pitch, not close. At the belt and fires. Swing and a foul straight back. And on second, 2 down. That one fouled off. And now the lefty. Misses. It's a strikeout. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Tigers 1 and the Padres nothing. Bottom of the 6th. So digging in now for San Diego, Kyle Higashioka. As the lefty gets to work. And there's a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly right there. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Arias. Now at the plate. Up and in. And that is ball one. Left-hand batter waits. Fastball for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
In the air, out towards left center. Drops into the glove.
Now down. The right field.
So Manafort one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Right through there for a strike.
Good approach right there. Look at something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
Ground ball first, could be two. Feed to second, that's one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Making 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Tigers 1 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Spencer Torkelson digs in now. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Just off the inside edge. Estrada, 25 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. And a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Cronenworth to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now down.
Next to hit, Trey Sweeney. Swing and a miss.
Ball one.
The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
In the air, left field, moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. Next to hit, Jake Rogers. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's outside. And 1-1. Two outs. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Here's a 1-2. That's down and in. That's in the dirt. And down on strikes. It is a 3-up, 3-down inning. Tigers fail to make any noise, but they hold a 1-0 lead. San Diego, bottom of the 7th. Now batting Jurickson Profile. And he deals. And that one fouled off.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Out there to center. Meadows gets under it. He's got it. And there's one away. Here's Manny Machado now. Goes over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Will Vest getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Number 52, also throwing. Down, base is empty. Now fly ball to right center. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one, you tip your cap.
Next offering is in for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, don't let it on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The line to the pitch. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 1.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing team did that to me.
Parker Meadows getting ready to hit. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Kicks and fires. And there's a foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Now swinging. And it way out front of the slurve.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to hold the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And now, Kerry Carpenter. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And the batter now, Riley Green. And that's outside. And that's ball one. And here it comes. And this is inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-0, 1 strike.
Carpenter leads off first with one away. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Tatis going back. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but he was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Stands in now, looks at that one inside. That's a little bit low. Two outs. Right through there for a strike. Here's a rocket out to left. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Tigers 1 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Petco Park. And here is Xander Bogaerts.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Jason Foley, the closer of the staff, is thrown. The line to kick the pitch. And now it's even up.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Third straight at bat.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this eighth inning. Down on any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Now the pitch hitter coming out for the Padres, Elias Diaz.
And he would be the tying run runner, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
And fouled off. Trying to hold a one-run lead through the bottom half of the eighth inning. And it's even up. Great on that fastball.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
One down, base is empty. Way inside, gets out of the way. I got to call NLDS Game 4 here in 2022 at Petco Park, where the Padres knocked out their rivals, the LA Dodgers. The place was just nuts the entire game. Terrific fan support. The pitch. Still 2-2. 0-2 after the foul ball. The pitch. And here's a ball.
That's a really good take.
Donovan Solano waits on deck.
He's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Outside, and that is ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let it go.
Solano has to step out of the way for ball one.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Kicks and deals. And another ball.
Going to lay off that pitch down.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. That's out number 2. Next is the catcher for the Padres, Kyle Higashioka. Fouled off. He was late.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
And a pitch. There he finds the corner, and it's 0-2.
Decisions. This guy's got 5 pitches to put the hitter away. I know what you're looking for here, though, too.
Here's the 0-2. That one missed.
2 strikes down.
Not even close there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Diaz off of first with 2 away. That one misses. Full count 3-2. Luis Arias to bat next. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Fights it off. He'll see another. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Kick the 3-2. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Torres, right back. This one's got Larry, and it's gone. And the Padres took the lead. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. pass. You always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of the root.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tarek Skubal out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Tigers, Bo Brisky.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Luis Ariz stands in. That one drifts inside. Two down, nobody on. Down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's outside. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the San Diego on deck circle. On its way to the corner. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 across on this San Diego homer. Last chance coming up here for the Tigers. And here comes the closer, Robert Suarez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ballgame. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, one-run game. Matt Beerman now for the Tigers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. The pitch. Fall off foul.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And that one clips the corner. And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Some real good life going to the zone on that one.
Oh, they got him. And that'll put the tying run on base to start the inning. Colton Pete will hit next.
Well, pretty good speed over there at first base. I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just trying to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
1-run game here at the top of the 9th. Swing and pop up in foul ground. Drifts towards it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
He's 2 outs away. Now here is Spencer Torkelson.
you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That clips the corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Ground ball left side, could be two. Jump throw. Just one out remaining for the Tigers.
Dillers had one in sync on that pitch right there. Got inside on it and got him to bounce into that apple.
So, last chance for the Tigers. Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. And that one fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never had a chance.
Suarez is just one strike away. Second.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the eighth and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the ninth. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ballgame all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shabby. We'll see you soon.
For the Tigers, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They led 7 runners on base. Time for ball, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And be reminded to please drive home safely.